the best fit for OBJ?
No question, it's the Dallas Cowboys or the New England Patriots. Dallas needs a quality number 2 to go along with CeeDee Lamb. New England needs a guy. They need a dude. They need a guy that Mac Jones says, look, in this crucial situation, I'm going to you. Odell has the chops to be that guy. He's already been that guy. It's really just a question of health for him right now and his availability going long term. But those two teams make perfect sense in my estimation.
It'll be fascinating to see what his offseason looks like. RG3, how about Jimmy G? What's his best free agent fit?
Well, the best fit for Jimmy G is the Jets. When you think about what Jimmy G had in San Francisco, he had a running game. The Jets have Breece Hall. He had offensive weapons. The Jets have Garrett Wilson and Elijah Moore, Braxton Berrios, CJ Uzomah. You had a defense. You're talking about Sauce Gardner and Queenan Williams. He might not be the hero that Jets fans want, but he is the hero that Gotham deserves.
And he's got a relationship with the coach as well, going back to San Francisco. Jeff Darlington, how about Derek Carr?
You know, it's funny. I want to see Derek Carr with the Jets because I'm curious what he could do with them. But I recognize that the Saints are probably the better fit for him from his personality standpoint, just from the whole package. But gosh, I just can't get out of my head wondering what Derek Carr's potential would be with the New York Jets. So either or, I'll go with the Jets for fun.
It's the Big Apple or the Big Easy. Says Jeff Darlington. In the meantime, our Diana Rossini tweeted this about Derek Carr yesterday. The Jets are really interested in Carr. Nothing but positive reviews per sources. Now they wait for Aaron Rodgers to emerge from the darkness and inform the Packers of his plans. The Jets will be speaking to Green Bay about a trade if the Packers are willing. And I feel a need to add once again that only with Aaron Rodgers would we be saying that literally and not figuratively. He's not figuratively emerging from the darkness. He's literally emerging from a dark room, and we'll see what he has found while he is in there. I've been waiting to ask you this all along because we got ourselves a fascinating little game here. The Jets have a bird in hand, perhaps, with Derek Carr. Meeting went well. You heard Diana's reporting, et cetera, et cetera. And you've got, obviously, the legendary Aaron Rodgers and all that goes with him. If you're running the Jets right now, how are you playing it?
Okay, first and foremost, let me just say this. They need the right guy as much as they need the right quarterback.
What does that mean?
Okay. This football team right now is on the brink, right? What will get them over the hump? You've been wanting to know this question forever, right? You just think, well, look, we just need a Hall of Fame caliber quarterback who can just throw touchdowns, make great decisions, and everything will be great. No, it's bigger than that. Has Patrick Mahomes not taught us anything as far as how he took that football team that everybody thought maybe wouldn't even make the playoffs, Bart Scott, and made them even better? Made them better because of the person he is. Aaron Rodgers, probably you ain't going to see him until August. How's that making Garrett Wilson better? How's that making Elijah Moore better? How is that making Corey Davis better? How's that making Breece Hall better? How's that making this football team better if he's not even there? If every year you're sitting there going, well, we don't even know if our guy wants to play. We don't know if he wants to go off on a retreat, sit in a dark room, do some shrooms, whatever he's doing. I don't know. I don't know. You need the right guy. And if you think objectively or subjectively, however you want to look at it, that Derek Carr has enough quarterback traits to take us over the hump on the field, that's the kind of guy that locker room needs. Now, what Jeff is saying, as far as I don't know if he could, if maybe he's the right fit for New York. I can see what road you're going down there.
Yeah.
Because if things start getting sideways, I believe Derek to be a very rock solid individual, but I'm just telling you, I think that this is the guy they need. This is where I would be right now trying to focus my efforts on getting him signed. I wouldn't be sitting around waiting on Aaron Rodgers doing all this stuff that he does every offseason. I would not be waiting for that.
Wow. You have made me think about that in a way that I have not this entire process. RG3, I'm speechless over here. Jump in. What do you think of all this? How about the Rodgers/Carr of it all?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if Aaron would do what he's done in Green Bay just because he has a familiarity with the system there and the team. If he went to New York, I think he would show up in the offseason program. But I do think the Jets have they spent too many hours watching The Bachelor because they're trying to date two girls at the same time right now. Okay, they had a nice weekend getaway with Derek Carr. They told him all these great things about him. But all the while, they're waiting for Aaron Rodgers to come out of hibernation to see if he's ready to take their relationship to the next level. Now, for me, I absolutely hate that for Derek Carr because you never want to feel like you're an option in a relationship. You want to be the one. You want them to commit fully to you. So for me, the ceiling is higher for the Jets with Aaron Rodgers, but the bottom line is the lifespan of that relationship is shorter than Danny DeVito. So what are the Jets trying to do? Are you trying to build for the next 4 to 5, 6 years? Or are you trying to have a 1 or 2 year deal with Aaron Rodgers similar to what you had with Brett Favre? I mean, the similarities between those two guys' careers is unbelievable at this point in time. I just believe if it's a 3rd round pick for the Jets to get Aaron Rodgers, go for it. There's nothing wrong there. You're not mortgaging your future. But if it becomes something like a Joe Montana where it's a player, a 1st rounder, and a 3rd rounder, I don't know if I would go that route. The Jets have a roster that they can win and go far with Derek Carr. But, of course, they have a better chance at winning the Super Bowl with Aaron Rodgers.
For the record, when they traded for Brett Favre, they got him in August. He showed up when the preseason had already begun. That's when the trade itself happened. Go ahead, Jeff.
I've learned 2 things in the past 24 hours that make me kind of believe that the Jets, it's time for them to simply sign Derek Carr. The first of which is a conversation I had with a very important Green Bay Packers source, who quite honestly believes that Aaron Rodgers will be back with the Packers and that all of this is being overhyped. He looks at the contract that Aaron Rodgers signed last year, the commitment that he gave to the team, and believes that at the end of the day, Aaron Rodgers will be back with the Packers. There's another bit of information, and that is the impeccably sourced report from Diana Rossini talking about that the Jets told Derek Carr in his meeting that they believe that with the Jets, he will be a Hall of Famer. Okay? If that's not just total BS, if they're just not trying to inflate him, which maybe that is the case, go sign Derek Carr right now. You're potentially waiting on a guy in Aaron Rodgers who might or might not be available when you have a guy who was just in your building who you believe will be a Hall of Fame quarterback as a New York Jets player. What are you waiting on? Sign Derek Carr right now if you believe that.
I think what he means. What he means is, I think what they were telling him. The way I read what Diana reported was they're saying if you win the championship with us, if you lead this team for the first time in 50-something years, then you're going to wind up being a first ballot Hall of Famer, right?
They're telling him that they believe he can do that.
Right.
They're saying, we believe that you can be a championship quarterback. And that's what my sources are saying, too. We believe you can be a championship quarterback. If that's the case, that's your guy.
Right. So, all right. So contracts are framed in the context of future performance projection, right? That's how contracts are supposed to be framed. So if you're believing that's the future performance projection for Derek Carr, why is Derek Carr saying this is going to take a while?
Right.
This offseason, people need to be patient. Yep. This is going to take a little while. So what are the Jets? So the Jets are saying this, but what are they offering him then?
Right.
Why isn't this getting done?
That's a great question, Lewis.
He's a free agent. So why are you even talking that mess?
Great question.
If you're not really ready to put your money where your mouth is. See, that's just bad business. See, that's just dumb. See, what you're doing is you're sitting there going, we're waiting for Aaron, baby.
Yeah.
RG3, that's what you said, right? He's just an option.
But Greeny, you don't even.
Go ahead, Jeff. Go.
Yeah. Greeny, don't forget what I'm telling you about the Green Bay Packers too.
Right.
It's not like they're sitting there like he's on the trade block. They're sitting there like we expect Aaron Rodgers to be back.
That's right.
And you're the New York Jets over here waiting.
To be clear for the audience, Derek Carr is a free agent. They don't have to wait another day to sign him. They could sign him right now. And to your point, they let him out of the building so they can say whatever they want. But to quote the great philosopher Beyonce, if they liked it, they would have put a ring on it.
I was like, who's he going to say?
They didn't do that.
Beyonce. Oh, okay.
Can I throw another name into all of this? If all of this is really an option, I mean, if we don't really like that, if we're not in love with Derek Carr, if we're in like but not in love with Derek Carr, and Aaron Rodgers is just too much baggage to worry about. Well, if Lamar Jackson gets the non-exclusive franchise tag, why in the world would you not just offer 2 number 1s to Baltimore and try and make a deal with a guy who's way younger than either of them and certainly better, at this moment, better than either of them and better than Derek Carr has ever been?
RG3, that's the hero they need.
That's the hero they need.
That's the hero they need.
There you
RG3,
go.
Is that the hero I need? Make it happen.
That's the Batman.
Glad we got this all figured out, guys.
I believe that I think that the Jets fan base and you, Greeny, you want Aaron Rodgers more than you want Derek Carr. And the Jets realize that. But if you get Lamar Jackson, you want to talk about invigorating your fan base, invigorating your team. But I don't want to go too far down that road because Lamar is not available right now. But at the end of the day, Aaron Rodgers and Lamar Jackson is a sexier appeal than Derek Carr is right now. They're just telling Derek Carr, hey, I love you. Right? It's modern age dating. Like they say, I love you, and then they go do a bunch of things that prove they don't love you. You can't tell a man he's going to be a Hall of Famer and then not offer him a contract.
Right, exactly. You're going to be a Hall of Famer.
Exactly.
But we need to keep our options open. Robert, seriously, what can we do to make this happen? You and me, right now, how are we making Lamar Jackson to the Jets a reality? You're his teammate, you're his friend, you talk to him, call him right now and tell him he should go. Let's make this thing happen right now. Can you do that for me, RG3?
I can definitely make the call, but like I said, Lamar's going to do what he knows to do. If the Jets give him a fully guaranteed deal for $60 million a year, he's there. I promise you that.
You know how when they asked Chris Ballard, what would you do if you identified a quarterback? At what cost would it be too much in order for you to move up to get him? And he said there would be no cost.
No cost.
There is no too
There's
much.
no cost.
If they could get Lamar, there is no cost.
Right.
That's too much. Can you imagine? Honestly, this football team, like, seriously speaking, not hyperbole, Lamar Jackson with the New York Jets, with Garrett Wilson, with Breece Hall, with Elijah Moore.
Nobody could handle the New York market better than Lamar Jackson.
Yes.
Oh, my gosh.
Oh, my gosh,
Like seriously, that's not just sitting here going, this is Madden type stuff. I mean, that's legit.
Now, that is it.
That's legit.
It's legit in every conceivable way.
Yeah.
All right, by the time the show is over today, RG3 is going to make this happen for us. Okay.